Growing up, my father had me and my brothers just hooked on wrestling. Hooked on wrestling. Just loved it. Get excited. And if anybody told us that it was fake, we were ready to fight them. Loved it. And one of my favorite wrestlers was Hulk Hogan. And I remember I was probably like about 5 or 6 years old when Hulk Hogan fought Andre the Giant. Y'all remember too. Y'all was there. Y'all was there for the world championship. And I remember, they're tugging it out, and there came a point where Hulk Hogan was getting beat by Andre the Giant. Was getting beat so bad that I started crying at 5 years old, saying, "Dad, Hulk Hogan's gonna lose the match. Hulk's gonna lose." And I'm crying, I'm hurting. I mean, my spirit was broke because Hulk Hogan was my guy. And so I remember him getting beat up. And I remember thinking that he was going to lose and seeing Hulk Hogan, my idol, the guy that I was rooting for, laying there on the mat. And if you saw Hulk Hogan's matches, you would see that there would be times when it looked like the opponent was going to get the best of Hulk Hogan. There were times when he would just get beat up for like 3 minutes straight, and you're like, what's going on? I mean, how big you are and how strong you are and your charisma. How are you losing the match? We came in here thinking that you were going to win. And sometimes in life, we get into things thinking that we're going to win, and then life starts beating us up, and we start wondering, how are things so difficult and so hard? How am I dealing with this issue in my marriage when I thought that you were the perfect guy? When I thought you were the perfect woman? Have you ever been in situations where you thought it was the perfect situation just to find out ain't nothing perfect but God? I thought Hulk Hogan was a perfect man, the perfect fighter, just to find out there's somebody that can beat you up sometimes. Just to find out there's somebody that can give you a blow that will take you out of your zone. And I remember seeing Hulk Hogan on the mat, and his opponents would pin him. And the referee would say, 1. I was saying, Hulk, get up. 2, get up. Get up. And he gets ready to go with 3. And when he goes with 3, something jumps inside of Hulk Hogan. And he breaks out of the pin. Yes. And then what would happen is the guy would look at his corner and say, hold on, I thought that I had the match won. I come to tell somebody the devil was looking at the corner because something in you just jumped up. And he's saying, what's happening? I thought that I had her. I thought that I had him. But now they decided to get up. They decided that I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to quit. Yes. We got to get to the point where we start beating up that thing that has been beating us up. We start taking control of that thing which has been taking control of us. How many of y'all are ready to take control of your life? How many of y'all are ready to get in shape this year? How many of y'all are ready to take control of your health, your mind, your education, your prosperity, your marriage, your relationships? Come on, somebody say me, say me, say me. Yes. I want to ask you a question. What are you accepting that is unacceptable? What are you accepting that is unacceptable? Are you accepting fear and doubt? Are you accepting low self-esteem? That is unacceptable. You know, I still play games. I love the Xbox. Love it. And I came one day looking at my character on 2K. And I said, man, my 2K player done achieved more things than me. He's done had more achievements than I have. See, when it comes to virtual reality, we can throw ourselves in there to escape reality. And when we get mad, when we lose something in the virtual reality, we go back and try to get our person better. You know, stack up his stats and say, I can't wait to see you again in the game. How many times do you do that in reality? When you lose, when you lost a job, when somebody has hurt you, when you didn't get what you thought was going to be yours, instead of just giving up and quitting and say, all right, maybe this just isn't the will of God for me, why don't you go back to the drawing board and find out why you lost? And then enhance yourself to be able to go back in the battlefield and win. Come on, somebody. See, I want to tell you, John Maxwell, the leadership guru in the whole entire world, he says that most people just accept their lives. They don't lead their lives. We have excuses on why we haven't been prosperous. We have excuses why we don't trust nobody. Am I talking to anybody today? Yes. So we have people that come up with an excuse like this. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. But what I say is, if you were born on the wrong side of the tracks, why don't you run over to the right side? If you were born on the wrong side, who told you got to stay there? Y'all better talk to me today. Who told you gotta stay in unforgiveness? Who told you got to stay broke? Who told you got to stay sick? Who told you got to stay unhappy? If you're over here and you want to get over there, go get it. Go after it. Go for it. The First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt says this: life is like a parachute jump. You only get one chance at it. You only get one chance. Let me ask you, adults, children, what are you going to do with your one chance at life? You don't get another chance. If you want to be a millionaire, do it. If you want to make it to the NBA, do it. If you want to have your own business, do it. Because you only get one chance at it. And when you're dead, it's over.